This video is to deal with finding the equation for a linear situation. This is a word problem, but anytime you're given 2 points, we can find a linear equation. This just happens to be kind of hidden in the words. So read through the problem. The shipping department for warehouse is noted that if 80 packages are shipped during a month, the total expenses for the department are $1,630. So that is our first equation. We're going to have 80 and 1,630 as a point. The second sentence, if 120 packages are shipped during a month, the total expenses for the shipping department are 1,730. Here's our other point. 120 and 1,730. Okay, so we are going to use the slope equation. Anytime you're given 2 points, we must use the slope equation to find what our slope is. Okay, because we're not given the slope, we have to find it. Now the y's go on top, the x's go on the bottom. So I'm going to have 1,730 minus 1,630. So this was my y2 and this was my y1 over, I've got to keep the second point with this, so I have to line up the 1730 over the 120 like that, don't forget about that, over 80. This is my x of 1. Okay, so when we calculate this, put in your calculator, we've got 1730 minus 1630. Oh, that's not hard. Didn't even think I was grabbing my calculator before I even thought about it. But yeah, this is 100 over 120 minus 80, and that's not hard either. That's going to be that. So just let me look down here at my notes a little bit. 100 over 40 is 5. No, that's not right. That would be 10/4, and 2 goes into that. That would be 2.5. So 5/2. There we go. So we've got 5 over 2. Now, with 5/2, it is a good rational number because it terminates. You know, we could have 2.5 because it doesn't just keep going. But I'm going to keep it at 5/2. That's usually what my math lab will accept, and it's good to practice that. I'm going to use the slope-intercept form to find my line here. You could either use that or you could use the y minus y1 is m times x minus x1, like that. So either one, I'm going to put in my 5/2, and I'm going to just pick one of these points. It doesn't matter which one. I'll just use 80, 16, 30. Okay, so I'm going to have 1630 is equal to 5/2 times the 80 plus b. Now, if you stress about the particular using your fractions, just type it into your calculator. You've got 2.5 times 80, and that's 200, plus b is 1630. So I take away 200, take away 200, and I get 1430 is equal to b. So my equation that I'm looking at is 5/2 x plus 1430. So this is part A, the answer to part A. Lots of information to deal with. Now, what does part B mean? B says, what is the practical meaning of the slope of the equation? Well, what it means is that expenses increase by $2.50 for each additional package, which makes sense, but that's how it works. Okay, so that's what our slope means there. And then for part C, it's just to plug in how much the cost for the department would be if you were plugging in 100. So we've got 5/2 over 100 plus 1430. So I think I can kind of do that in my head, but let me just type it in just to make sure. Okay, so this would be $1,680. Very close to the other ones with the 100, or yeah, we had the 80 and we had that, so not too bad. So that's my answer to these three. Thanks.